Hey, everybody. Hold on, I forgot to lock my door. Hold on. Okay. For those who don't know, I do not craft at home. I craft in a building, and I forgot to lock my door, and I don't play about those kinds of things. So sorry about that. I had to go lock my door. But hey, everybody, and welcome to Angel B Designs. I'm Angel B. Thank you so much for being here. If you are new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. So I'm going to try to do a couple of different things. Well, two different things today. I have not done bling. I have not done bling in like a month. And so I'm going to try to do some bling. Let me show you. I don't know if you guys can hear my Romeo going right now. I'm cutting out my template again because the first one that cut out was just, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Matter of fact, let me go get it so I can show you guys. Now, y'all know me. Y'all know me. Y'all know bling. Y'all know me and bling. And y'all know my templates in me and bling. And ever since I have been using Romeo, I get almost perfect cuts. What is this? I don't know if me and Romeo are beefed out. I don't know if Romeo is mad at me because I've been embroidering for a month now. But this is what Romeo gave me today. And I'm upset about it. I'm upset about it. They're like, who's about to pick these out? I'm not. I'm not. So I went over there. I apologized to Romeo. I let him know, even though I've been using pooling for the last month, I still love him and I need my template cut right. Please. 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 Okay. I can't with all the flock dots. That's too many. I can pick out some. Okay. I can pick out some, but that's a lot. Okay. That's a lot. I can't do it. So I am cutting another template. I do have the deep cut blade, which they just released, I think last week or something like that. I do have that. So what I did was, I do know my blade needed to be replaced. It had already needed to be replaced. I knew that. So what I did was I went ahead and I put the deep cut blade in there. And we're going to see what happens. I'm not 100% sure, but I guess we'll see. But hey, everybody. So yeah, I'm gonna try to brush in a template if I can get it to cut out. And then I also do want to embroider a hoodie as well. So I think it was last week. Was it last week? I think it was last week where I did a prayer changes things file. And I was talking about how I wanted it to be applique, but it was missing a placement stitch and, things like that. So what I did was I sent it over to the girl that I send my files to have them digitized. And I had the file redigitized specifically for applique. And I do have that new file. So for anybody who purchased the file last week, I did send you an email. Make sure you check your email. I sent you an email with the new file because I did end up replacing the first file with the second file because the second file is way better. Okay, way better. So if you purchased that file sometime between last week and this week, I sent you an email with the new file. For my members, I am going to put it in the, not the chat, the community tab. I forgot to do it before we went live, but I am going to put the new one in there as well for my members. I did test it out already on this one. So this was the one I did last week. I'm going to show you the difference. Okay. This is the one that I embroidered last week. It looks okay, right? It looks okay. It's not bad. Things is a little skinny. And then the word things, it kind of overlaps on top of the other words. And then again, it's just kind of skinny. I liked the thicker font. So what I did was, like I said, I sent the original font to her to have it redigitized to be specifically for applique. And I wanted things to be thicker. So that's what I did. And then that's this one here. So things is thicker. I know I did tone on tone for things, so I know it's kind of hard for you guys to see. But right here, where on the original one that was not applique, it was not closed up here. Now it is. And then same here. Okay. So this one is just kind of, a better file. So like I said, for anybody who purchased it, I did email you the new file already. So make sure you check your email. And then for my members, I will put it in the community tab either tonight or tomorrow for you guys to use. But I want to put this on a hoodie, this file on a hoodie. I want to, because I've been doing a lot of sweatshirts. I want to try out. I have done on my single needle embroidery. I have done a youth hoodie, and I did like an adult small hoodie. So today I want to try an adult large. To be quite honest, in my personal opinion, the bigger the size, the easier it is to embroider. I don't know if that makes sense or if it's just me, but I feel like on like the youth the youth sizes, like I was doing a youth large hoodie and it was so tight versus when I do a large like sweatshirt, it seems like it's not as tight. I don't know. I feel like for me, the larger, the easier. And I don't know if that's just me or not, but it is. But I'm going to say hello to everybody. I'm going to go ahead and scroll up. Where is my mouse? I do not have my mouse. Also, I was late because of Patrice. We're just going to go ahead and blame Patrice. I was over on her other channel and she was having a good discussion about YouTube, a very needed discussion about YouTube, and I was a little distracted. Paula, yes, it can be purchased if you're not members. It's in my Etsy shop. Hey, Cheryl Green, how are you? Hey, Marta. Hey, Mrs. Parker. Hey, Donzel. You guys, I was going back and forth about whether I was going to come on live because I've been here at the office since like 10 o'clock this morning. I have to tell you about something weird that happened to me earlier and kind of freaked me out a little bit. I'm about to write it down so I don't forget to tell y'all. But it happened to me earlier. And it was kind of creepy, and I gotta tell y'all. But hey, Donzel, how are you? Hey, Meredith. Hey, Jeanne. Hey, Arlene. Hey, Rhonda. Hey, Kevin and Penny. Oh, hey, Penny, how are you? Hey, Vanessa. Hey, Monica. Hey, Karen. Hey, Marlene. Hey, Monique. Hey, Lena. Hey, Kim. Hey, Bobby. I forgot to share this to my Instagram. Hey, Miss Melinda. Hey, Marilyn. How are you? The Happy Housewife. Miss Davis. I don't know why I'm like reading your first name and I feel like I just can't say it. Tanya. There we go. Like I was reading it and my brain wasn't, I don't know. My mouth wasn't saying what my brain was thinking. Hey, Tanya, how are you? Beautiful Mended Pieces. Hey, Nani's Journey. Hey, Tianda. Hey, Mary. Romeo just need a little TLC. Yeah. He was mad at me. I've been using pulling for the last month, and he was like, oh, okay, I got something for you. All right. Exactly, Michelle. We do not have time for no foolishness with Romeo. Romeo ain't never gave me a template that looked like that, ever. He is upset. Sorry if y'all can hear my clicking on my thing. My mouse is on the other side of the room, and I don't feel like want to go get it. But hey, everybody, I'm scrolling down. Hey. But yeah, I was contemplating coming on because I had a really bad headache earlier. Hey, Stephanie, I'm doing well. How are you? I had a really bad headache earlier, but I took some medicine, and then I went and got some Dunkin' Donuts, and I feel better now. So yeah, beautiful mended pieces. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's harder to get it around the hoop to get it embroidered. It's like the smaller the size, the harder it is to hoop. I mean to embroider. No worries, Keisha. Hey, Patrice. Boo. I was just telling everybody I'm late because of you. JK. Hey, Paula. Hey, all the way Realty Group. Hey, Donna from Australia. If anybody ever has any questions, oh Jesus. If anybody ever has any questions, if you're new here, you are ask me anything you like. I try to keep up with the chat for the most part. I do. Keisha, it's my Romeo. It's my Romeo in the back, cutting out my flock template. Mary, the new design is in my Etsy shop. I did go ahead and swap it out. So if you purchase it now, you will get the new file, not the old file. The old file was just anybody who had purchased that template prior to today had the old one. But like I said, I emailed everybody who purchased that one. I emailed them the new one. So nobody should have, I mean, the people who have the old one is because they purchased it, but they also have the new one as well. So everybody who purchased it should have the new one now. But it is on the site now. So it's in my Etsy shop. Hey, J Mama, thank you so much for being here. Welcome. I did. I got a donut. I think it was because I've been up here all day and I didn't eat lunch. Like I had breakfast, I had some fruit. So I started back. So I've been out of the gym for like 3 weeks. I'm normally consistent with the gym, but I haven't been going for like the last 3 weeks. And I just started going back again today. So when I left the gym, I had a granola bar and then I had some fruit. I made like a fruit bowl before I left home this morning. I cut up an orange, a kiwi, and then like a half a bowl of strawberries. And that was pretty much all I ate since like 10 o'clock this morning. So I think I was hungry. I did get a donut and I did get I drank the mango pineapple refresher from Dunkin'. Sometimes I get it with green tea. Sometimes I get it with lemonade. If you like lemonade, it gives it a sweeter. So if you're like trying to watch sugar, calories, things like that, go with the green tea and it's not as sweet. But if you get it with lemonade, it is sweeter and obviously it has more calories. This one is with lemonade, but normally I do green tea. Like I said, I haven't eaten, so I think I was getting a headache because I hadn't eaten. So that's why I got it with lemonade. Yeah, hooping is definitely a headache. Kristen, I was joking. I was over on her channel. She was live right before I went live on her other channel. And I was over there just in her comments, chatting. She was having a really nice discussion, a good discussion, a very needed and necessary discussion. And I wasn't distracted or anything. I'm actually late because I left at like 6:50 to go get Dunkin'. It was just a joke. Um, D. Yeah, I do. So the girl I go to, okay. So do you guys remember right before Christmas time, the side seam bow that went viral and everybody was doing it? Well, the girl I think whose TikTok had originally like gone viral with that bow, she does digitizing. So I've been sending them to her. Her name is Blue Gem Embroidery. I sent her 2 files. One was my husband's logo, and then one was the prayer changes things for her to digitize. Everything else I purchased from Etsy, mostly from Etsy. I tried to digitize something, not even really digitize for real. I haven't like really given it the good old college try as far as like true digitizing yet, right? Like digitizing an SVG or a PNG. What I've done was, I don't know if you guys saw Marilyn's video where she downloaded fonts. Really good video. I know I saw Marilyn. Can you drop your channel, Marilyn, or the link to that video? She posted a really nice video or a really good video. If you are a beginner to like embrilliance, uh, she did a video where she purchased BX fonts from Etsy, uploaded it into Embrilliance, and then was using that. So I've been doing that again. I mean, I've been doing that. I'm not. Is that considered digitizing? I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I've been doing versus like true digitizing. For me, true digitizing, like using an SVG file or a PNG file, is kind of equivalent to making rhinestone designs, and not just any old like basic text rhinestone design, right? Like a really nice one, like the ones that Patrice does. Like the ones that Patrice does, like those take time, and you got to ungroup all those little dots and you got to move them. That's how digitizing is, but for embroidery. And I don't like either one of them. That's why I don't do rhinestone fonts, like rhinestone templates like that. Like I did a handful, but my thing is SVGs. Like I can make, and PNGs. I can make a really good image in Canva. Okay, I can make a really good SVG file, and that's it. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got. Okay. So yeah, I don't know if I'll ever get into like true digitizing. Um, the BX fonts, I do like the BX fonts. I did download a couple of fonts. Some of the fonts that come in Brilliance are nice as well. I use a few of those. But that, I don't know. But hey, everybody popping in. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Again, I do, my template looks like it's almost done. We'll see if it actually cut right this time. Let me, for those who just popped in, let me show y'all what Romeo did to me. Romeo has not given me a template that looked like this ever since I opened it out the box, ever. I've never gotten a template off of Romeo like this. Okay. This is what I meant when I said Romeo is upset at me for using this pooling for the last month. He spit this out like ass pooling to cut it. He said ask pooling to cut your flock. Cause what is this? What is this? Like what is this? What like this is what Cricket used to do to me. Like I might as well turn my Cricket back on. What is this? Like what am I supposed to do with this? Pick the dots? Is that's what I'm supposed to do? No. Mm-mm. I could pull Cricket back out. Cricket is smaller and lighter. I might as well pull Cricket back out. Ain't nobody got time for all those flock dots. I do not have time. But it looks like it's almost done. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my other camera and we're gonna hoop the Kenya, I can't. I cannot with these dots. I cannot. I can't. When I pulled this thing off the backing, I was looking like, hold on. No, you did not just do me like this. No, you did not. But I do need to hoop this hoodie, get this on the embroidery machine, and then hopefully by the time I'm done with that, my template will be done cutting. Like I said, I did add my deep cut blade, which is the new blade from the new Siser blade. We have a deep cut blade, and I was on. This was on Friday, Thursday, Friday. I can't remember what day it was, but Courtney Brickner from the Crafty Brick and Jamila from J Stewart's Laboratory, they went live together, and I think Courtney used the deep cut blade to cut her flock, which is a thicker material. So essentially, the deep cut blade is supposed to be a blade that can cut thicker materials. I did cut out a magnet. So I don't know if you guys remember some lives ago, a couple months ago, I did do those magnetic bookmarks, but I had to use my Cricut with the knife blade to do it. Well, now Siser has essentially what is an equivalent to the knife blade for Siser. That's what I'm using to cut the um, flock right now to see if it'll give me a better cut. But let's go ahead and hoop this hoodie. All right, can you guys still hear me? Let me know that you can still hear me. Yes? Okay, good. All right, so this is just a gilded, like heavy cotton hoodie. And last week I did kind of shades of green. I did a like a green hoodie, and then I did kind of not, it wasn't necessarily tone on tone, but it was green. Different shades of green. Today I'm gonna play in some purple. So I'm gonna do purple glitter. I do have like a lilac type sweatshirt, but I kind of want to put it on black because I really want this purple to pop. But this is the purple glitter I'm gonna use, which is from Siser. I think this is the lilac. Oh, there's my TikTok alarm. Hold on one second. That was my little TikTok alarm. That means I gotta post my tiki-taki. But this is the lilac glitter HTV from Siser, and then these are the color threads I'm going to use. This one's going to go around the glitter, so it's going to be this one on top of this, and then the word things is going to be in the lighter color. And it sounds like my template is done, so I will go grab that in 1 second. Okay, my TikTok is posted. Ever since I've been doubling this stabilizer, because, okay, so here's the thing. I do have a thicker stabilizer. I bought the thicker stabilizer, and I don't even know what this is called, to be honest. I just know it's thicker than this, and I think this is the mesh. I'm not 100% sure either. Okay, but it's pre-cut and it's too short, so that's why I was using the thinner one and doubling up. Now, I did hear Delonda say on her live, I think it was on Saturday, her and Patrice were supposed to be talking about stabilizer and when to use what kind. I need that live, so I will definitely be tuned into that, because that's where I'm getting pretty good with a lot of the things. It's the stabilizer I'm still a little confused on, like what to use and when. So I will definitely be tuned in for that live. But as of right now, I'm just doubling up this kind of thinner stabilizer for now. I do have some black stabilizer, but I heard Delonda say she didn't like it, so I'm not going to use it. Not until they give me a class. Latricia, I like the thread, but to be quite honest, I don't have anything to compare it to because I haven't used anything else yet. So I guess I'm not sure like if it's good or bad in comparison to other threads, because this is the only one I've used. I'm using the Rich Word thread, which is by the Pullen brand. And the reason I'm using this is because, so my husband bought the pulling machine for me. When he bought it for me, it was a package deal. You could get the pulling and you could get 60 thread colors as a package deal. So whereas the machine by itself was like $12.99, I think if you paid, it was like $13.50 or $13.70, then you got all 60 colors, or maybe it was like $13.20, something like that. It was a couple extra bucks for the package deal, and then you get the 60 colors. So that's what he bought me for Christmas, and you know, it was free for me, so I'm gonna use it. I do want to try out some of the Candle USA thread though. I just have been practicing, you know, I want to make sure I'm good. I'm practicing, I'm, you know, doing all of the things, learning my machine, using up this free thread I got. And then, you know, I'll start to order some of the other stuff. Like I said, I do want to try the Candle USA thread. Oh, hey, Delonda. I did see the shine difference in the thread that you were holding up. And I was very, very tempted. I was very tempted to get on that web. You know what? I didn't even go to the website, okay? Because I know me. I'm very, very, like, I am a sucker for colors. I'm a sucker for shiny, glittery, pretty vibrant colors. I'm a sucker for it. It gets me every single time. So if I go on the website, I'm going to place an order. I know me, and I know I'm going to do it. And I keep telling myself, Angel, keep playing with this thread you got. Don't do it. So I haven't even been on the site yet. But I know when I finally do go on that website, I'm going to go crazy. Okay? My order is going to be insane. I know it is. Matter of fact, I should break it up and use all y'all's affiliate links so y'all can get some credit. Because I'm telling you, my order is going to be crazy. All right, let me bring y'all over here. I gotta show y'all what I did to my fingernail. Look at my fingernail. I have my middle fingernail. Look at it. I have a very bad habit of while my machine is going, I want to trim all the little threads like while it's going. I don't know why. I don't know why. That's probably my OCD kicking in, more than likely. I don't know why I do that, but I do. I just like tinker with it while it's threading, while it's doing its thing, right? And so it was, it was doing its thing, and I was trying to trim a thread, and the presser foot or this little thing here, I don't know if it's the presser foot or if it's something. It was something over here. Hit my finger and knocked that nail clean off. I was like, you know what? That was a warning. The next time, the needle gonna go right through my finger. So let me stop doing that. I don't know why I do that though. Wanda, that's exactly what it was. A warning. It was a warning. It said, put your finger over here again, and I'ma stab it. I love these little clips. It's just that sometimes I don't have nothing to clip them to. Okay. It's not the right thread. I think this purple on this black is gonna look so good. It's gonna look really vibrant. I'm curious now because Delonda was showing the sheen on her thread. And I don't have, this thread is the only thread that I have that I've used, that I've seen. So I have nothing to compare it to. And it looks shiny to me. Like I thought this thread looked good. But now I'm curious if it looks good against other threads. Uh-oh. right, let me trace this. Okay, that looks okay. Okay, see, I'm doing it again. I'm tinkering with it, and y'all didn't tell me nothing. I don't know why. I don't know. I gotta tinker with it. I don't know why. I'm gonna go grab my file in 1 second. I did not even check to see if my bobbin needed to be replaced. I'm sure it's gonna have to be replaced sometime during this project because I used it for the hoodie I have on right now. I had the same bobbin. Yep, I was doing it again. Like these little threads right here are bothering me right now. They are bothering me. That's my OCD. I don't know why I'm like that. But this is the glitter I'm using. This is the lilac, the Siser lilac. The next, I think I have the glitter applique down packed, right? I think I'm pretty good with it, especially since I got the pre-wound bobbins. I don't think I had the pre-wound bobbins last week when I was live, but I did get the ones from Rich Word, which again is the Pullen brand. These are the ones I got, and they do fit my machine. You guys. Ever since this box came on Tuesday, and since then I've done a couple of sweatshirts with them. I have not had none of those issues that I was having before since I started using the pre-wounds. And so yeah. Okay, it's like night and day. Even though I do think that winding it on the machine is kind of a cool feature, I will say that, like, especially if you're particular about the color of your bobbin for whatever reason, I do think it's a cool feature. However, I guess now that I've used the pre-wound and I see the difference, It's just kind of unfortunate that it can't get the bobbins as tight. Because it really is like a huge difference. It really is. Have a good night, Jesse. I agree, Keisha's gonna look so good. Yeah, Cheryl, I agree. It's the right. I looked down for 2 seconds, and what the heck just happened? What in the world? Y'all, it was that thread I didn't snip. It got tangled. Alrighty. These single needles, man, you cannot take your eyes off for 1 millisecond. They're like toddlers. You look away for literally 1 millisecond and your shirt is upside down. Like, what? What just happened? Okay, I think we're good now. I'm gonna go grab my template off the cutter. Okay. Y'all, please pray for my template because if it looks crazy, I don't know what I'm doing. Is it just me, or does it seem like when you perfect one craft and then you go back to do another craft, it's like all of a sudden you can't do that craft no more? What in the world is this? Let me show y'all what's going on down here. Do y'all see any black dots right here? Do I really need to keep pulling? Because there's not a single flock dot on this backing. Not a single solitary one. Me and Romeo are quite clearly beefed out. Romeo said, "No, ma'am." Oh, we got one. We got one. Oh my gosh. What is this? This is worse. This is worse than the first template. I did test cut. Look, let me show you. And this is with the new blade. I did test cut. Look. See, this was the test cut I did. The little t-shirt. I test cut it before I cut the whole thing. I test cut it multiple times. There's one right here that didn't cut at all. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I did a test cut right here. The shirt didn't cut at all. And then I did a test cut right here where, again, the shirt didn't cut at all. And then this was a test cut where it didn't cut that well. And then this was another test cut with the t-shirt. Ciao. And now my bobbin just ran out. I gotta figure out what's going on with Romeo, because this ain't it. This is not it. But I gotta change my bobbin. I knew that was gonna happen though. I should have changed it before I started. I just forgot. And it's on like 50. So my deep cut blade is in there and my setting is on like 50. So I'm really confused. And look, with the pre-wounds, it takes the bobbin all the way down. I don't know if you guys remember in maybe 2 lives ago, it told me the bobbin was out and there was still a whole bunch of thread left on it. Look, there's no, like, a very small piece of thread left on my bobbin. I can unwind it and show you. That's how small it is. This is how much thread was left on my bobbin. When it just told me it was out, it went all the way down. It used all of the thread. This is all of the thread left. So yeah, pre-wounds for sure. Now, granted, what I've been doing is purchasing the bobbins and the thread are the only thing I purchase that are like pulling brands. I can never say that word. Rich word brand. Just because a lot of the times when you get a new machine, right, they always tell you, we recommend you use our products. This is what we recommend. For this machine to work the absolute best for you, you need to use our products. And I get it, right? It's probably a gimmick. You don't necessarily have to, blah, blah, blah. I get it. You don't have to. Like, I've cut Cricut vinyl on a Siser and vice versa all the time. It's fine. However, just because this is such a new craft for me, I decided to go ahead and use materials from this brand so that I have something to compare other things to once I do venture out and I start purchasing other brands. Especially for the sake of, like, you know, trying to teach. Because, you know, I've said before, there isn't necessarily a whole lot of videos like on this machine. So for the sake of like trying to bring the best amount of content and advice and things like that, I did want to say, like, okay, I used this machine and I used its materials. Um, and this is my honest opinion now that I've branched out and I've used other, you know, third-party materials. Patrice, I did not know there was a software up. Oh wait, you mean to? I did do an update so that I could choose the deep cut blade setting. Was there another one after that? Because I did that one. Because originally, when I first got the deep cut blade, I was not able to select deep cut blade in the software. So I had to update it in order to be able to do that. Set it to deep cut blade. Is that a software issue? No, the test cut do be lying. It do. 110%. That's why, like, I'll do a test cut, but even if I don't, I'm not even upset because I sometimes I feel like even if I would have done a test cut, it still wouldn't cut. Especially for flock. Now, it may not necessarily be true for like regular vinyl or glitter or something like that, but for flock, I ain't lying. But I did do a test cut before I cut it, and I mean, the test cut said that it was fine, so I don't know. The second cut with the deep cut blade was worse than the first cut with the regular blade. And I had my deep cut. The only thing I have only made one cut with that deep cut blade, which is the magnet. That magnet I cut. I did not reach this little piece of fabric. So it can't be dull. It cannot be dull. Okay. I want to go over there and figure out what's wrong with Romeo, but I'm scared to I'm scared to walk away from the pool. Oh my goodness. Moving forward, I will not bling and embroider in the same night. Or I'll just make sure my template is cut first. Maybe I'll go into the software and see if I need to do the update and then try it one more time, but I don't know what's going on with Romeo. You guys, I don't know if I told you, but I started watching Dexter like a month ago. I've been hearing, y'all, what is this? Oh my gosh. What is going on? I'm pretty sure these machines know we go live every Monday. What is y'all's problem today? Y'all acting real brand new. But yeah, I started watching Dexter like a month ago. And lately I've actually been at the office a lot, like later. Like ever since Gavin left. And so it's taking me longer than normal to get through it. So I just wrapped up like season 2. Was it season 2? It was no. Yeah, it was season 2. And I was stuck. Okay, I was up till like, I'm gonna add in my other ear here. And then I'm gonna go into Romeo and see if, I don't know, I'm gonna shut it down, see if I need to do an update or something. I don't know. Okay. I'm gonna exit out of Romeo. I'm gonna do an update, even though I feel like I did an update because I had to do it to be able to add my deep cut hoodie. But whatever. Do it again. Some software update. But yeah, anyway, so I started watching Dexter like maybe like a month ago, and I've been up at the office later than normal. Just because, Gavin's not there anymore, so I kind of have more time on my hands. So it's taking me longer to get through the series than it normally would. So I just finished season 2. I'm like one or two episodes in season 3, and I keep falling asleep. But oh my goodness. When Lila blew that man up, 2 o'clock in the morning, and Clarence was asleep. And I went and got him up, and I said, Lila blew this man up. And he thought I was asleep. He was like, why are you still awake? I couldn't stop watching it. Why is this not cooking? But yeah, if you guys have not watched that series, it's older. It's actually not like new or anything. I actually did hear that they have a prequel. Was it a prequel that's out now? But this ran from like 06 to 2013, something like that. Okay. Let's download the new version. Oh, this purple looks good. Has Patrick said on any of his lives? I know he went live when he was talking about the deep cut blade. I think it was last week. And he did talk about flock. Did he say what to cut it on, what the settings were? I do not remember. I don't remember what he said as far as settings because I just updated it. So again, even though I didn't feel like it was updated. Updated. Let me make sure I'm logged in. Okay. Let's try this one more time. Because I really want to do this fall. I'm sorry, I'm not picking all them dots out. It's just not happening for me. There's a lot of things I can deal with. Picking flat dots is not one of them. Hey everybody popping in. I appreciate you guys for being here. Evelyn, no, it's not a cartoon, it's a TV show. I was watching the original one from 06. 06. It ran from like 06 to 2013, something like that. But it's good. Okay. So let me take this block off. Bling. I'm gonna take my iPad over there so I can load up my mat or load up my mat, load up the Romeo. Yo, I'm so scared to walk away from this embroidery machine. All right. All right, so I did the software. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off for a second. And I'm gonna check my blade. And it's not like gunked up or anything. Not to the point to where I wouldn't have a single dot left on my thing. And this is how much it's poking out. Y'all let me know. Do y'all think that's enough or should I have it come out more? Hopefully you guys can see it. This is how much I have it sticking out. I thought that was enough, but maybe it's not. All right now. Gotta keep an eye on that machine too. A speed of 10 and a force of 38. I'm on a speed of 10 and force of 50. And it didn't cut Nathan. Maybe I need to put my blade out some more. I will say, okay, I love my Romeo machine. It's one of my favorite machines. However, I will say the settings, the cut settings seem to be, and this has been consistent for me, very subjective. It's not like an absolute, kind of like how Cricut is, right? Where if you put it on cardstock setting, that's pretty much cardstock setting is cardstock setting for everything. It's not like that for Romeo. All right, I'm gonna make the blade come out more because I'm really not understanding why, it didn't cut. All right. No, I'm gonna do a test cut, but I don't think it's gonna matter to be okay. That one was just a cut speed of 10 and a course of 65. And I would not say that's a good cut. It didn't really, like, I had to pull it off. It didn't really cut all the way through. I put it up to 85 and it cut the exact same. There was no difference. Again, I just put it up to 100 and it cut the exact same. There's no difference. What is going on? Okay, so okay, so it's cutting through. Let me show y'all. I thought there was no difference, but there is on the backing. It's cutting through the backing, right? This was 65, 65, 85, and 100. So the reason I said there was no difference was because when I went to pull that square off, it was still connected to the shirt part in the same spot, but it did cut through the back on these two. So it's not cutting all the way through my cloth, but it's cutting through the back, if that makes sense. And that's what was the issue with the dots on the other ones, was that it's not cutting the full circle. It's like cutting 98% of the circle, and then it's not cutting the last part of the circle, the last little hair of circle. I'm gonna try to cut this one more time. If it doesn't work, I guess I'll just pick the dots out of this one because this is the better of the two. I don't know. I'm gonna try 75. All right. The embroidery file. You know what? Hold on. I think I know what I did. Y'all. Hold on. Nope. I'm trying to figure this out, y'all. This is really annoying me. But I don't know. I really don't know. Okay. It's cutting through. It's cutting. This is echoing over there. It's like it's cutting through the paper. Let me show y'all. This is the flock. It's cutting through the flock, but there's still no dots staying down because it's not cutting through the holes all the way. Like it's not cutting the full circle like it used to. I've never had this problem before with Romeo. See, look, hold Hopefully I can get it close enough to where I can show you guys. When I go to, like, if I pull it off, do y'all see it's stuck right there? It's not cutting all the way around the hole. And it's in the same spot. It's only cutting 99% of the hole, and then it's stopping. But I've never had this issue with Romeo. Like, this has never happened to me with Romeo before. This used to be my issue with Cricut. And I stopped it because I didn't want it to cut the whole piece of flock, but it's not, I don't know. So I'm right now, what I just cut it on was 75. The setting I just used was a speed of 10 and a force of 75. But this issue of it not cutting the hole all the way, I've never had this issue with Romeo. I've never had this issue. The extended cut setting, let me go into Romeo. Maybe, okay, so look, they have this setting in here. I'm in Siser. Yeah, I'm in Siser Leonardo Design Studio. Let me share my screen so I can show you guys what I'm doing. Do you guys hear me over this machine? Can y'all hear me? So I think I'm gonna play with some settings in here. I'm in Leonardo Design Studio. So this is what I was doing before, right? I had used cutters settings checked in the Siser Deep Cut blade. So what I think I might try is unchecking that. And then over here, they have some settings where I'm not sure what these mean though. What does that full cut mean? Let me see if I can Google it. Oh, that's for... No, that's not it. I'm not sure. I may have to get Patrick on the phone. Yeah, I might put my, I'm trying to think to see if I have another standard blade, because I do think that my old standard blade is dull, and I'm not sure if I have another one or not. I want to say I do, but I'm not sure where it is. On another note, this embroidery machine is doing what it's supposed to be doing. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on with my Romeo. I'm trying to think if I can maybe figure out where that little blade is. Because I dropped it down some more, the blade. Let me show y'all what the blade is on now. So here's where my blade is now, how far it is out now. I don't think it's too short, honestly. Hopefully, can y'all see that? I don't think it's too short, but I'm not really sure what's going on with it. I do have another standard blade, so I do have a new one. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'll try one more again. This is a brand new standard blade. Alright, I got a brand new standard blade. Here's how far it is, how far out it is. I'm only gonna cut. I'm gonna do a small piece of flap because I don't want to keep cutting flap if it ain't gonna cut right. So I'm just gonna put a small, like, have it cut one part of the template instead of the whole thing. Because I don't have time for that. Like that. Alrighty. If my Romeo don't cut my flap no more, then I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, I'm gonna switch this back to standard blade. And I'm gonna leave it on 70. I gotta switch my thread color over on the embroidery machine. It just stopped too. But let me look at the chat. I haven't been looking at it. Which one? The Bling template is not mine, it's Patrice's. The embroidery template is mine, or the embroidery file is mine. Thank you, Gabriel. Fern, I am embroidering the prayer changes things file that I was doing last week. However, I just updated the embroidery file. The one I did last week, I wasn't 100% happy with, so I had it fixed, and then I'm embroidering the new one. And I'm trying to bling this file, but my Romeo is like refusing to cut it. All right, y'all, let's see. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Okay. Thank you, Jesus. I only got one flock dot. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. All right. Let me go ahead and get this whole thing cutting. Y'all, all the dots are on my mat. I don't even care. I don't even care. I'd rather than be on the mat than left on the template. So I'm okay with that. So the fact that, look, they're all on my mat. Y'all see that? That means I can actually drop the force. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, this little piece of flock and this mat, I'm gonna put off to the side for now. All right, and the reason I'm using the purple mats is because mine are not that sticky because they're super old. Alrighty. So I only had to completely change my blade. I wonder why my deep blade wouldn't work though. It's kind of weird. I feel like if any blade should have worked, it should have been the deep point blade. But whatever. All right, I'm going to get this cutting. I'm gonna drop it down to like 68. It was on 70, so I had it on a cut speed of 10. Force was 70, but it cut through like everything, the paper and everything. I'm gonna drop it down. I don't want to drop it down too much. I'm gonna drop it down to 68. And that should be good to where it doesn't necessarily cut through all the holes like that. Okay. All right. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to brush in the file just because it's already 9 o'clock and it's a school night. My kids are back in school this week. But I did want to figure out why it wasn't cutting at the bare minimum, just in case. I know other people were saying that they were having issues too. So, okay. So the embroidery file is done with the applique part. I'm not gonna take all the glitter off. I'm just going to kind of take it off like around the bottom part, only because we have to embroider down here. The next word is going down here. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull the glitter just off of this bottom part. So that, you know, it can embroider that part easier. Ooh. And then I got to switch the thread. So I'm going to switch it to a lighter purple. A very, very, very light purple. Like I think this is even lighter than lilac. It's super light. It's almost pink. But I kind of want to talk about quickly, like piggyback off of something Patrice was saying in her live. It was either Friday or Tuesday. I can't remember which live it was, what day it was. But she was talking about troubleshooting, being able to troubleshoot your machines. And I feel like, you know, the issue I was just having with Romeo, it's kind of a testament to that. You know, and how much, and I've said this, you know, a lot of times. I am not afraid to waste material because, in my personal opinion, practice is how you get better. So I don't consider, you know, me using my material to practice or to troubleshoot. I don't consider that wasteful because I'm learning. I'm figuring it out. I'm troubleshooting. I'm, you know, whatever the case may be. Is it my like choice, like personal preference? Like, do I want to waste block? Absolutely not. I don't want to waste block. But at the same time, if I'm having an issue and I have to keep cutting, keep testing, I'm going to, and I'm not scared to. And that's just kind of going back to what she was saying, that, you know, you have to be willing to test your machines. You have to be willing to you have to know how to troubleshoot, have some kind of troubleshooting ability, right, to be able to figure out what's wrong with your machine and how do I fix it. Because you don't want to be down for days waiting for somebody to come and help you fix it. If it's something you can figure out on your own. I just thought that was some really good advice she was giving about, you know, specifically troubleshooting. And as YouTubers, it's something that we kind of see a lot. And she said this too. I don't work for Siser. Patrick works for Siser. So, you know, when you guys come on our videos and you're asking us to help you troubleshoot your machines, I only know what I know, and I don't know everything. And I can help you as much as I can, But I didn't formulate this machine. I didn't make this machine, and I don't work for Siser. So if I've never had the issue that you're having, I may not necessarily be able to help you. Even with embroidery, with this machine, the first 7 days I was using this machine, I encountered every single problem that you can think of. I encountered probably every single issue that you can think of in regards to this machine because I was new and I was learning. But not once did I get on here and say, oh, Poland is a terrible company because I couldn't take this machine out the box and, have it up and going in 24 hours. That's an unrealistic expectation. That's an unrealistic expectation. A 100%. Yes, some machines are going to have an easier learning curve than others. For example, a cutting machine. A cutting machine may very well be something that you can get up and going within 24 hours. An embroidery machine, a laser, no. That's an unrealistic expectation to have with those kinds of machines. Maybe you can possibly get away, and it really depends on the type of cutter, like a graph tech, even silhouette like is kind of hard too. I don't know, something about a silhouette cutting machine gives me anxiety. To me, it wasn't as user friendly as like Cricut was, because I started with Cricut. But like a Cricut machine may be something you can pull out the box and get within a couple of days. But I would say that's it. And you just got to be willing. You just have to be willing to troubleshoot. You have to be willing to test. You have to be willing to practice. You have to be willing to try. You have to be willing to do it. Hey, Dems Boo, how are you? That's a lot of flock. What I cut or my roll? Oh, that's only one of my rolls. I have two of those. I have a pink one, I have that purple one, and then I have another purple one that's the 24 inches. Latricia, so this embroidery file comes in four sizes. I have a 4x4, a 5.5 by 5.5, 7x11, and 8x12. They come in DST and PES. Yeah, the copy crafter, you definitely have to practice. Definitely have to. MML, this is the Poland EOC 06. Fifi, that was the whole point of me going live, and using my machine and posting. And that's kind of was my goal, because when I was researching embroidery machines, this was one that stuck out to me. One, because they reached out to me some months ago, way before I was interested in doing embroidery. and I ignored him. And then, so when my husband bought it, it was always a machine that kind of stuck out to me. Like if I was going to get a single needle, this would be one of them, just because it did have a bigger embroidery area. But I also noticed that there wasn't a whole lot of content on this machine. And I was curious to know, is it because it's not a good machine, or is it because it's new? And so far what I'm realizing is because it's new, more so. Um, so, the whole point of me making sure I was putting content out was because this machine is fairly new. There's not a whole lot of content out. It In the Facebook group that I'm in, the Pool and Facebook group, it did seem to be a lot of like people were having tension issues and things like that. And so I wanted to make sure that I was showing like the issues I was having and how I was overcoming them. Because again, there's not a whole lot of content on this machine now. So that was the goal in having y'all watch me struggle with this machine. But I think we're getting it. So I was saying earlier, I don't know if I finished my thought, but I was saying earlier that I think I have the glitter applique. I think I'm pretty comfortable with the glitter applique, and I think I'm ready to move on to fabric. That's what I was saying to Copy Crafter. I feel like silhouette is not as easy as Cricut. I definitely did not feel that way. Hey, Mighty Dubs ATV. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, it's in the description, Latricia. What is VX fonts? What VX fonts can be used with other machines? Didi, I'm not 100% sure. Like which fonts can be used with other machines? Is that what you're asking? I think it depends on. Never mind. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. And that's the thing. Like I don't know anything outside of this pooling. Like brother, I have no idea. Racoma, I have no idea. I I have no idea. Okay. I know what I can use. I have not been able to venture like out into other machines or files or softwares or all I know is pooling. That's all I know. I don't have anything to compare it to. Single needle means that there's only one needle on the machine. So if you have a multi-needle means that there's multiple needles on that machine. So and that's mostly in regards to like threading, right? So I have a single needle, there's one needle on this machine. If you have I think there's multi-needles that are 10, 12. I think Yolanda and Patrice have a 20 needle. So what that means is if you look on the front of their machine, if you have like the EM1010, that's a Rocoma machine, that's a 10 needle machine. If you look on the front of the machine, there's going to be 10 needles lined up next to each other. And each needle can have a different color thread. So you don't have to do any thread changes if let's say you're doing a design that has 4 colors. If you have a 10 needle machine, you can thread that machine with those 4 colors and turn it on and go. You don't have to do any thread changes. Whereas with my single needle, every time I need to do a color change, I have to change out my entire thread because I only have one needle. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, it's still cutting, and it's going on 9:30. So I don't think I'm gonna bling that file. I just want to make sure it cut. I want to make sure I was able to figure out what was going on with my Romeo, and then I will probably bling it next week because I'm looking at it. It's still cutting, and I'm getting sleepy. And I still have to drive home. Oh, let me talk about my she shed situation. Okay, so my contractors came out on Friday. We are getting our bathroom, master bathroom, upgraded. So they're doing that. But when they came, these were also the same people who were supposed to be building my she shed. Well, we were sitting up there talking, and I explained to them the space that I currently have right now versus the space I was trying to build. And basically, they told me that they don't think I should build a she shed because they think that it would be too small and I would be miserable because of how big my space is right now. Essentially, I would be creating a she shed that's smaller than the space I'm in right now. So they said they would build it if I absolutely wanted it, but they don't think that I should do it. So now I'm like definitely reconsidering the whole idea and trying to figure out what I should do. Because I'm not sure I should downgrade. I don't know. I really don't know what I should do. They did throw out this suggestion of purchasing a house and having it converted, like a small house, like about a mile, maybe a mile and a half away from where I live. There's this neighborhood of houses. They're like 2 bedroom, 2 bath, um, 12, 1,400 square feet houses. And basically, it was like you would be better off buying one of those houses and having us just convert it into an office for you. The only issue would be checking with the city to make sure, because technically you're now turning a residential property into a commercial property, technically, because you're not living in it and you're using it to make money. So you get all like technical with the city and stuff when you start doing stuff like that. So I don't know what I'm gonna do about my space. At this point, I'm feeling like I should just stay here. My issue is my neighbors. They're loud. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to do about my craft space. Yeah, this purple looks so good. Keisha, that's what I said. Because we're thinking about moving to Florida within the next 5 to 10 years. So if we did go with buying the house, we could always convert it back. Like I wouldn't even do any major like renovations, right? So I wouldn't tear out the kitchen or anything like that. Like the kitchen would stay the kitchen. It would just be more so like if I could find a property that had like an open concept to where like the living room, the dining room, all of it was open, and that was just there wasn't a living room, dining room. It was just a space, and that's where I put the stuff. I would leave, like I wouldn't knock out the bedrooms, like I wouldn't do any major structural changes, just for the simple fact of if and when I leave, I want it to still be a house that I can rent out or sell if need be. So Mylene, I can fit a tiny home in my backyard. The problem is my kids are still kind of at the age where they play outside, so it would take up, like there's a trampoline, they have a trampoline back there, they have a basketball rim back there, and they have a play skate back there. So I would have to get rid of all of that and kind of take away the backyard from them. And Levi's 6 right now, so he's still pretty young. That's definitely something I can look into when they get older and they're not playing in the backyard anymore. But as of right now, they definitely still utilize the backyard. Like I make them, okay, get out of my house and go play in the backyard. I'm about 4 miles away from my house. Four and a half miles away from my house right now. So technically, yes, my basement is big enough. They don't want to give up the basement either. My husband and the kids, they use the basement. It's like half man cave, half. We had to build some closets down there because in our master bedroom we have a half bath. We don't have a shower in our master bathroom at all. So what we're about to have the contractors do, they're actually starting next week, is they are taking my walk-in closet, because the walk-in closet is right next to the bathroom. They're taking my walk-in closet, adding it to the bathroom, and then adding a stand-up shower so that we can have a shower in the master bathroom, which took my my walk-in closet away. So we built a walk-in closet in the basement so that when we went to convert the bathroom, I had somewhere to put my clothes. So the basement is like half walk-in closet for me and my husband, half man cave. There's plenty of space for me to go down there, 100%. But they would lose their man cave, and they all crying about that. So the issue is I got too many kids. That's the issue. I feel like somebody got to go. Somebody has to move out. There's too many of us. Yo, this purple looks really, really good. I like it. But yeah, somebody got to move out to accommodate my craft stuff at this point. I don't know who it's going to be. My money is on the husband. I think the husband should move out. Or down the street. Maybe we can figure out a way to move the husband down the street. That's what my money is on. Okay, I gotta trim this up. And then I do have to press this as well. That the HTV. Yeah, this file looks a lot better. But Keisha, he gets on my nerves. Just kidding. I mean, I'm not kidding. He does get on my nerves. But chill. I was about to say, I know doggone well that's not my car. But see, did y'all hear that? The car alarm. It just be too many people up here. Like it's 9:30 at night, and somebody out there, and their car alarm is going on. That means there's people here. The file is still cutting. That's definitely an issue as well, Rondria. That is definitely an issue. These little tweezers are so sharp. My goodness, I just stabbed my finger. I Keisha, I actually made a body oil the other day. I pulled out my stuff and made a body oil. I couldn't find one. I was looking for a specific smelling body oil. I wanted one that was kind of powdery to go with this perfume, because I like to layer my body products, my lotion, my body oil, and then my perfume. And I have this perfume that's kind of like a clean powdery smell, and I didn't have a body oil. to go with it, and I couldn't really find one that I liked. So I was like, let me pull out my stuff, and I made one. I did have to make, when Gavin first moved in with us, he had really dry skin, and I made him some body oil. Some body butter when he first moved in with us. He also had a really bad rash on his neck, and so I made him some body butter to clear up his rash and to help with his dry skin. I'm not even sure his mama been using it since he been gone. But I had his rash cleared up the week after he moved in with me. I know that much. So hopefully she is. My template just got done. This is the only part about applique that I do not like, is having to, clean it up. Yeah, Patrice says Patrice is still on her house though. It's attached to her house, and I was thinking about doing something like building a like an extension on the house. That would essentially almost be equivalent to a she shed, just attached to the house. And I feel like it would probably be the same price. Maybe, I don't know. But that's what the contractors told me. They said that the best bang for my buck, in their opinion, was to buy a house and convert it. That's what they told me I should do to accommodate all of my stuff. Because they think, like, even though I said I was willing to somewhat downgrade my stuff, they felt like they did some research on me, right? So they looked at my channel and all that stuff, and they were like, we be realistic. And I really and truly appreciate that, because they're contractors, right? They could have just came in and been like, okay, we'll build your she shed, take your money, knowing you're gonna hate it in 2 years. But they didn't. They looked at my channel, they looked at my space, were listening to what I said I had, and they were like, listen, we can build your she shed, but we think you're gonna hate it in 2 years. And to me, that was like, I don't know. I was like, you know what? I like y'all. I appreciate people like that, who are just, not out here looking for a quick buck. They're looking to build, because, I've mentioned a bunch of different projects I wanted to do in our house. There's a bunch of different things I need done. So maybe they were just looking at building a long-term relationship and not just a quick buck, which is smart on their end, but I appreciated it. Y'all, I know one thing I will not miss whenever I do decide to get my multi-needle is having to cut these jump stitches. Lord have mercy. For other single needle machines, like a brother or something, do those machines cut the jump stitches? Okay. Let me turn on this heat press. I gotta press this. No, other single needles don't cut the jump stitches. I lint roll it before I press it just to make sure. I cut all the stitches. I got all the HTV, everything, and I see a stitch I missed. But I always make sure I lint roll it before I press it, because I don't want to accidentally press a piece of HTV that maybe I missed. All right, that looks good. So here's what it looks like before pressing. This looks so good. No, there isn't. There isn't a hole for the A. That's stitch. These are stitches right here. Whereas like this one's open. This is stitched. I don't particularly like it like that, but it's the only one that's like that. Same with, well, same for this A too. It's also stitched right here. But yeah, I do have to press it. Oh, this glitter, you guys, why does that look so good? But you do have to press it because now I knew this, but I also did it by accident. The same way that you guys saw me pull the HTV off the sides, the outside of the letters, if you don't press it, I could literally, if I wanted to, pull these off, pull the HTV off right now, the exact same way, because it's not adhered to anything. It's under the stitches, but because the actual HTV here is not adhered to anything, you can pull it right up if you wanted to. Now, I knew that before starting embroidery. However, I made my son that shirt that said black, and it had the I think it was called Siser Kente. I think it was called the African print vinyl, the HTV vinyl, the HTV in the African pattern. I can't remember what it was called, but it was African pattern, and it was the Siser. I forgot to press it before I gave it to him. When I took it home, I do have an easy press at the house, and I took it home without pressing it, and then when I got home, I was like, oh shoot, I forgot to press this. I need to hit it with the easy press before I wash it. Well, I forgot. He wore it, and I forgot to hit it with the easy press, and then I put it in the washing machine, and when I put it in the dryer, that little piece of vinyl that was in the middle balled right on up. It balled right on up and came off. So you have to press it. And I don't press it that long. 300 for 20 seconds. The last thing I'm gonna do is check. I want to check that template to see if it cut. And then we're gonna get out of here. Yes, this looks so good. And my machine did so well. I didn't have no, I mean, I had a little bit of issue, like when I had to switch out the bobbin, but other than that, it did really, really good. This glitter is like really popping. And then this is it's like a lilac color. It looks darker, stitched out than it did on the spool. But here's the embroidery project. Oh, I thought that was a piece of glitter vinyl. I was like, what? That came out really good. But let's go get this bling template and see what that's talking about. All right, y'all. I'm actually kind of scared. Okay. Y'all. Oh my gosh. It's okay. It's better. It is still not right. It's a lot better. I'll say that. But it's still not right. And all of this, I don't know if y'all can see it, is ripped. This is still not right. Y'all see this right here? Ripping. This is beyond frustrating. Like, look at this. It's a big old hole right in my template. I don't know. I might DM Patrick tomorrow. I was so hopeful because this little piece came out almost perfect. And then it was like the farther down I got, the worse it got. Yeah, this is Lord have mercy. I'm probably gonna send Patrick a DM tomorrow to try to figure out what the heck is going on, because this is the third like 22-inch piece of flock I've wasted. So I don't know. I do not know. But I can go back to Cricut. Well, let me not say that. I'm still not gonna go back to Cricut because it cuts slower. But I don't know. I don't know what the issue is. And it's a lot of people saying they having issues with Romeo lately. I don't know what's going on. Keisha, that's what I'm thinking I might have to do, because that first section cut really, really good. The one I cut by itself. And then this top one right here cut really good. Right here. There's maybe like 2 holes left. And then it just seemed like the farther it got into the template, the worse it got. Which is annoying, but I mean, I guess I would rather do that. I can salvage some of it. So like, you know, this piece I can keep, the other piece I can keep, and this piece right here, I can keep this piece right there too. This is the outline. So this was the inside. This piece was the inside. This piece and this piece is the inside, the ombre inside. And then all of this was the outline. And so pretty much all of that is not useful, because the outline cuts as one big piece. So I can't, it's going to be too hard for me to try to salvage a piece of an outline, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm going to use the inside pieces, and then I guess maybe I'll try to just cut the outline by itself, but it's like the outline is pretty big. You can't split up the outline. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I can definitely salvage this bottom part for sure. It's this outline part. But I'm gonna figure it out. I'll try to do smaller pieces. I'll probably send Patrick a DM tomorrow to see if maybe he can give me some help. Where do I put this? See if maybe he can help me out a little bit. Let me know what's going on. And then I'll cut the outline separate and see if that works. But I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me tonight. As always, you could be anywhere else, but you decide to be here with me. At least the embroidery turned out really good. Does that happen for anybody else? Like, it seems like when you start a new craft and you perfect it and you get really good at it, and then other stuff that you've been doing for years all of a sudden doesn't work anymore, or you're not good at it anymore. Like, I have never had an issue with Bling. And I was like, I don't know. Whatever. I do plan on being on next week. My husband's birthday is on Sunday. Right? Is it Sunday? Yes, it's on Sunday. Y'all, he don't ever want to do nothing on his birthday. So I'm going to assume we're not doing anything, because he absolutely refuses to do anything for his birthday. So I'm going to just say I'm going to be on here. If not, if he ends up deciding he would like to do something, go somewhere, or whatever the case may be, of course, I will let you guys know in the community tab, like make a post about it. But as of right now, I will see you guys next week. Again, I appreciate you all for being here and being on live with me. You guys have a good night. Yeah, have a good night. Have a good week. Bye.